Catherine West.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I am concerned that EU citizens living in the UK have to undergo this two-stage process to vote in the European elections. Even if they're already registered to vote in local elections next Thursday, the 2nd of May, they're separately required to complete an additional form to vote in the elections 3 weeks later, unlike other UK nationals. This added layer of administration is designed to prevent, quite rightly, EU citizens from voting twice. However, the Cabinet Office has also inferred that preferential status must not be conferred to EU citizens in this process. This scenario only really applies when the EU registers are open, yet there is no uniformity amongst EU member states, and in fact the majority of EU registers are now closed. Under normal circumstances, had Brexit shambles not taken over, councils would already have written to EU citizens in January, whilst all EU registers were open, to confirm the UK register in good time. They would have sent out reminders and issued polling cards to electors who are already on the register for the local elections. But we are not in normal circumstances. Our participation in the European elections was confirmed by the Prime Minister very late in the day, and given that the majority of EU registers have already closed, this additional EC6 process is largely superfluous. Far from giving preferential treatment to EU citizens, these unusual circumstances and the government's complete lack of action have helped create an artificial barrier to the enfranchisement of EU citizens. Instead, we are already hearing reports of a formal legal challenge to the government. Yet another Brexit mistake. In July 2018, the integrity of our democracy was questioned when Vote Leave were found guilty of breaking electoral law. Today, our democracy faces another threat, government-sanctioned barriers that could suppress EU citizens from registering to vote. There are now 13 days left until the voter registration deadline. Given the shortness of time and the late hour at which local authorities were informed about this major U-turn in government policy towards participation in the European elections, will the Minister answer one clear question? Can he confirm that local authorities will be permitted to automatically register those EU citizens who are already registered to vote in next week's local elections on the 2nd of May so that they can participate in European elections a mere 21 days later? Thank you, Mr.